how you started playing basketball.
I started playing basketball. Honestly, it was a funny story. Basketball was like my third sport that I started playing. I played baseball first, and then I transitioned over to football, and then I transitioned over to basketball. Like my fifth grade or sixth grade, fifth grade year, I transferred over to basketball. Football. And then after that, I just started playing basketball until I was in like seventh grade. So after my seventh grade year, I transferred into a school that was a basketball school. And then from there, I took off from there, seventh grade.
Why you choose basketball over football?
I chose basketball over football because I thought about it long term. Actually, funny story, nobody knows. When I first came out of college, when I graduated from college, I worked out for a couple of NFL teams. They wanted me to play tight end, but I just couldn't do it. It's just a lot to it. Like, if you don't make it to the league in football, you gotta go play in like Canadian league. It's just not the same for basketball. For the basketball side of it, it's a lot easier, and it's better with money, especially if you don't go to the NBA. You can still go make great money overseas. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to football. I don't really know what the salary is like in like Canadian football and stuff like that. So I don't really know. So I chose football, play basketball, and I just wasn't ready for it. Like, I always say this too when I think about football. I always say I wasn't ready to see James Harrison, linebacker for the Steelers. I wasn't ready to see him running a quick slant and I catch it and then I have to see him. I wasn't really ready for that.
Why you choose Marquette, your college school?
The reason I chose Marquette is because, for one, it was right an hour and 15 minutes from my house, my hometown. That's number one, so my parents and everybody can see me play easily. Two, Big East. It was the old Big East. It's not the new Big East now. It's the old Big East, which was way more competitive to me. Buzz was one of my favorite coaches. He just instilled some things in me that I still use to this day. You know what I'm saying? And we just went, like, from the time I talked to Buzz and the things he was saying to me, I was sold. I could have stayed at home in Chicago and went to DePaul, but I went to Marquette. Marquette was better. Marquette was winning. They sending guys to the league. Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder. They were sending guys to the league. So that's why I chose Marquette.
Why you transferred to Toledo?
Transferred because Buzz left. Buzz had left Marquette, and the school he went to, I just wasn't going that far. Like, I wasn't ready to go that far because I still wanted my parents, you know what I'm saying, and all my family and friends to come see me play. So I think he went to Texas A&M first, or he's either there now, and he went to Virginia Tech. I don't know how the order went in. I think it was Virginia Tech then, Texas A&M. I don't really know, but I wasn't going that far. I wasn't going all over Texas. It's over with. So I chose Toledo because Toledo was down the street. It's another 2.5 hours away, 3 hours away, and I was going to be a big fish in a small pond there. So that's why I chose Toledo.
How's your first overseas experience in pro league?
My first experience when I turned pro, honestly, it was good for me. I mean, it was new. I was blessed to get a job that was a good job and not like the jobs that you hear about, like with money problems and money issues and stuff like that. So my first job, I was in Pro A France. I played for a team called Dijon, and that was good for me. It was what I was used to. I had 5 other Americans on my team. It was good. That league is real good. Top league, one of the top leagues, and yeah, I had a good time. That was great for me. Every team had a big arena to practices as well. All of that stuff was good for me. So I didn't get the horror stories my first year. So I had fun in France.
Who recruited you to play in rain or shine?
My experience with rain or shine and how I got there was actually kind of weird because one of my good friends, Daniel Sheffield, was there first, and then he got hurt. So I got called in like 2 days before the game, and that's kind of how that happened. I kind of fell into it like that. And yeah.
How's experience playing the PBA?
Honestly, to be all the way honest with you, that was my favorite place. I don't know how it is with the other teams, but with Rain or Shine, everything was great. I had no issues there. Anything you needed, they attended to it. Practices was great. People were great. Players was great. Everybody that works in the organization was great from my eyes, from what I saw and what I experienced. The basketball in the Philippines is the best place I played at. So I have no complaints about PBA, Rain or Shine. Rain or Shine, that was my favorite place. So I had a great time there when I was there. Hopefully I can come back. Hopefully somebody wants me and I'll come back.
How's your foundation with Lester Prosper?
The camp, Lester invited me to his camp. I had so much fun that day. Lester's a great guy, man. He's a guy that I just met him when I got to Philippines, and he's someone that's gonna be a long life friend for me because he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? The camp was great. It was we were able to feed a bunch of kids, less fortunate kids. We were able to put a smile on their face. We were able to feed them and their families. We were able to bring them around. I mean, me and Les at the time were PBA players. We were able to bring them around players, basketball players, and the ones that really like basketball. It gives them hope, and gives them a sight and a way of thinking, and like being able to be around us and be at a camp with us. And you should have just saw the love and the joy on their faces, I had a lot of fun, and then I branched off and did my own camp. And again, one of my favorite days ever.
How hard to be a journeyman?
For me, it's not hard at all because I don't have no family. I don't have no wife or kids or nothing like that. So it's easy for me, because I've always done it. Just pick up and go when it's time to go play basketball. Ever since I touched the basketball, the first time I've ever touched the basketball, I've always been traveling playing. So this is just like a job. It's just second nature. So I don't really have no problem with just picking up and just go here, go play there, go there and play there. Because, I miss my family, but...
Why you choose jersey 25?
25 goes back all the way back until my Simeon days, and before me, there is a guy named Ben Wilson that's, he went to my high school, went to Simeon, and he was killed. So most basketball players, when they come from Simeon, it's retired now, but that wearing 25 is a special number, so it's always been one of my favorite numbers. So it just stuck with me over the years.
Last question, if you get a chance to be an NBA player, who do you want face?
LeBron, of course. When I was out there in the PBA, they kept saying little comments like, "Oh, LeBron, and you look like LeBron, play like LeBron," or whatever. So I would love to play against LeBron on the NBA court. I went to when I was young in my junior year, I went to his camp that he always have every year. I went to his camp, but I was young at that time, so I would like to see how we would match up. I mean, nobody can guard him, but that would still be fun to match up against him.
Thank you for watching.